Welcome back to All the Crackers in the Box. Hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? We are down to 2 days left till the birthday. The big girls, big number 3. Come check in and see what I've done. What a fine, beautiful, stressful day. Okay, let's close up this hole. Okay, I zoomed in a little too much. Now, I'm going to pull out my hook. I've already cut what I think I'm going to need for my piece of garlic. I'm going to take out our stitch marker. Drop that down. Okay. I normally like to get through this loop that I left, just to not lose a stitch. Okay, we're going to pull that up a little closer here so I can see what I'm doing here on the screen. There we go. You go weave in, out, in, oops, sorry. I like to pull it halfway through. Some people I've seen online like to go all the way through, but I like to make sure that it's going to go in nice and easy. So we're going back down and up, and you're going through the center of your stitch. So you have a back loop, front loop, you're going in and out, and you're just weaving, and that's about the beginning again. So we're just going to give it another little pull. And there is your nice closed. Now you can see with all the decreases I did, how they're very, very unnoticeable. There's a couple that are a little bit looser than I'd like, but this isn't the best yarn. And now I get to shape the piece so it's all together and none of this will be even noticeable. So we're going to do our first one right up here, right? We're going to go from here up to here is where I'm going to go. Now we're going to come back down. The last one I did 2 strands to really make sure that it holds its shape. And give that a gentle tug. And see now it's starting to give it its garlic shape. We're going to go from here, so I believe I'd like to start that one. Nice and tight. And then we're going to go here to right about there. Come back out. And I'm going to pop you right out of this spot right here, I think is good. As you can see, I'm just kind of going willy-nilly. One, 2. I need to make sure there's 6. I'm just going to pop that through here to give it a little closer to the middle. Like that spot there. So yeah, one of the toughest parts about amigurumi is your sewing. But you get yourself a nice darning needle. I have this one here that's my absolute favorite out of all of them. And I actually picked it up at the dollar store. Nice blunted end. I have some longer ones for the bigger pieces that are a little sharper. But this is my go-to. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're almost done. Oh, no, that's not where I want that to come through. We are going to pop you right in the middle there. Oops. Got a little wild there. Give it another good squeeze. As you can see, it's very pumpkin-y shape, so you can easily turn this to a pumpkin style too, which is super cool. Coming up to pumpkin season here, so those people that are making the pumpkins, this is how they shape them. And we're going to... Oh my goodness, for real. Kind of embarrassing on camera, but whatevs. Whatever. Now let's just make sure I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm supposed to have 6. So I feel like this one over here is where I missed out. And I did this with the last one too, so, you know. Who's gonna know? You, me, and the bedpost. That's pretty much it. Down the center. And I'll pull that through. One more good go here. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Yeah, this one's a little big. But you know what? With real garlic, same deal. So I'm not going to worry about it. Now we secure it. Our string. The first few times I did it like this, I was kind of concerned, and it actually really works really, really well. Basically, you're hiding your string throughout your project. So I'm going to put that back into the same hole. I'm going to run it this way now. Flip that out a little. And I'm just going to go through one more out this side. And I think, okay, one more because I have a little bit left. I like to make sure that it's going to stay as much as possible. Really secure it. Pull you a little to the side. Mushy mashy. So we got all those giant pieces and a bunch of small pieces. I love it. I love it. That is very much like how my garlic looks from the store. Or a garden, if you're lucky enough to grow them. Anyways, we're just going to tuck that in. And there is our second finished garlic. Hope that helps. This part here was the part that got me for the longest time, And now it makes a lot more sense. Hello, hello. Oh, right. Trying out this new cape type thing my mother found for me at the thrift store. It's actually super cute. It zips up here. It flows and has a bit of a V in the front. This looks like it hangs down pretty low, but it really doesn't. It's really fitted arms. It's different, it's unique, and I like it. So far, so good. So, on to the business at hand, which you're actually here for, to talk about crochet, not my fashion. Okay, this arm is killing me today. I had a little itty bitty nap, and I think I slept on my shoulder a little weird. A little pain in the shoulder more than anything. However, let's talk about my accomplishments, not my whininess. Let me get my lotion on because I was working with this. Now this, from what I can gather, is called Red Heart Super Saver Team Spirit. I believe that it is discontinued, and I have a whole whack of it. It's right up my daughter's alley for color-wise. So, I spent a good chunk of today making up a itty bitty market bag. Okay, so far, the market bag has one but two pieces of broccoli and two, see if I can grab it, and two garlics. So that's what I've got in the bag so far. I believe I'm going to be working on like 3 or 4 carrots. I should be able to get those back. And there might be room for like maybe 2 oranges. So yeah, I should be able to whip those out. I've sort of been working on this as a macchiato, which is starting to get a bit of a hole. It's getting all soft and weak. And it is so pretty. Definitely her colors, not my colors, but her colors for sure. And I'm on the very last episode of the Disney show, or the show on Disney. I'm not saying it's by Disney. My son came home with a lovely gift. I sometimes like to have hard candies, especially when I'm stressed. So I'm on my last episode. Show's been pretty darn good. I would recommend it if you have a chance to see it, of course, or if you're into absolutely weird stories. I also listened to a little more of my book, How to Sell a Haunted House. I'm struggling with it a little. I keep getting little flashes of elements of things that are spooky, but then like the whole fighting, death of your parents, first of all, that really doesn't sit well with me. For realistic reasons. And fighting with your siblings over your parents' wills is not something I think I'd want to be involved in. And that's just really pettiness, and yeah, I'm just not crazy about it. And then she got attacked by a family of nativity taxidermy squirrels that she had thrown away. She fell asleep on her parents' bed in their house and woke up to being attacked by these ancient, let's just say a 30, 40-year-old taxidermy squirrels. Yes, I said that right. They were completely falling apart, stitched up, eyes were stitched closed, and they were just Mary, Joseph, baby Jesus, squirrels. So that in itself was just kind of odd And yeah, then she found them all in the garbage after fighting them off and throwing up for a while in the bathroom. And yet she still has scratches all over her body and stuff. And they look like they've been beat up, like the one that she smashed the skull of with a badminton. Yeah, badminton. What do you call those? Oh my gosh, the word is totally escaping me. You play badminton with it, not the shuttlecock, but the actual paddle. I know that's not paddle, I know that's ping pong, but that's the word I'm going to use for now. It'll hit me when I'm done this, and I'm going to be so embarrassed later. And I do have to say that is remnant from a car accident I was in when I was 18. I hit my head really hard, and sometimes I struggle with my words. So doing these videos are kind of a good exercise for me to practice that. So if I stumble around words, do know that I'm an avid reader and have an extensive vocabulary, and I could tell you 1,000 words, what they mean. Some of them, though, I can't say. And sometimes I can't remember words, even though I can remember words like shuttlecock and spelunking, all sorts of fun words. Anyway, so yeah, that was kind of cool. And there's the doll and puppet element of the book, so that's kind of odd. And they were showing the house to the realtor, trying to get it ready, pack it away the dolls, and some of them were too creepy for the brother and sister, and her daughter's not doing well because she wants her mom to come home. And she keeps getting sucked into staying longer, and so it's kind of it's very up and down for the excitement level. I will say the squirrel thing took me out of left field. She was having a nap, and nothing had really crazy had happened. Like, the TV thing was weird. And I won't go into detail with that because I don't want to give away the whole plot. But it is definitely different so far, so that's good. Not a big fan of super gore. Connect has a bit of super gore, but at the same time, it is necessary for the story to make sense. I don't think they could do this kind of story without having this kind of a gray world where everything is really, really gritty. So I'm super excited. I've got cupcakes to make. No, sorry. She wanted cake. Older sister wanted cupcakes. She wants a full cake. So I have to make a cake. I'm on it. I have everything I need to make a cake. I have frosting already. I'm good to go. And I have sprinkles, and I have all the birthday necessary accessories to have a fun little birthday. I think I'm going to get her dad to make her a fish dinner. She is my fishy child. She loves mermaids. And she also loves to eat fish. The other one, my older daughter, is her favorite animals are flamingos and sharks. She is super obsessed with sharks. So my kids are quite interesting in their interests. It's not all Barbies. Don't get me wrong. We have dolls. We have Barbies. But we also have sharks. We have skulls. We have Halloween. The baby has found the song on YouTube Kids that she's really liking. It's Zombie Mosquito. And I sit with her when she's watching it on our device. Or I put it on the TV for her. And on the handheld, at least she gets to kind of spin through and change the show or whatever she's watching at her leisure, which she finds to be amazing. So sometimes I just let her do that, but she always has to stay by an adult or big brother to keep an eye on what she's watching, because we are very well aware of, after 17 years of YouTube Kids, give or take, right? I don't know, my son's been on YouTube for a very long time, but I've always been a big fan of checking on what they're watching, talking to them about what they're watching, and consuming. And I mean, my 2 older ones read at levels 3 or 4 times their age group. Everything we watch on TV has subtitles to help them learn how to read faster. And it does work. It really does work. We watch a lot of Elmo, sing the ABCs, we do numbers. Like, I can sit there and crochet and still interact with the kids really nicely, and that is something I love about this hobby, where it's not like I'm locked in a... If I was doing woodworking, you wouldn't want the kids underfoot because it's messy, dirty, and it can be super dangerous when you're working with power tools. Don't get me wrong, eventually at some point I am probably going to have to refinish my table, and that's going to be kind of fun. So, the table is solid wood, but the veneer on it is it is wearing right through to the pine, I believe it is, underneath, so I'm going to have to find a place to sand it down and redo it. I am considering maybe going with a lighter color. My apartment is fairly dark. My furniture and a lot of the spots is a little bit darker than I'd like. And I will need to redo the cushions on our main chairs. And a couple of them got scratched up. Nobody knows how. They're really scratched right up, like somebody took a dull pencil and just scribbled all over them. And unfortunately, like the one I'm sitting on, I have about 8 or 9 blankets on, so I can sit up a bit higher up to my desk. And also because there are tacks that point upwards that come out. If I try to stand on it, I have to be super careful where I put my foot or I'm getting stabbed with the tack. So that is definitely something on my to-do list, to just take them apart and redo them. But for now, I'm going to stick with crocheting. Because, I mean, an apartment is not the place to try to do woodworking. Really, it isn't. And repainting things on your balcony, yeah, that'll go over well with the leasing company and your neighbors, you know, good stuff. Anyway, I'm off in another land. Well, we do a little row here. I am liking this, but I can feel the wool. So I definitely need my ring for it. My next one is going to be another... I'm going to do the carrots next, I believe. I don't believe they're going to be that difficult. It's just going to be a lot of increases from a very small bottom, which is okay. I'm alright with that. I might actually do them with a bigger hook, because it is a thicker Super Saver that I'm using. It is quite bulky. But I'm glad I got the market bag out and done. Oh, that just went really thin. Okay, no, that's right, but it just seems a little bit tighter than the rest. It is. This part here seems very, very, very taut. Quite tight like a tiger, as Gold Member would say. Anyway, I didn't check to see if you can even see what I'm doing. I'm sorry. I'm just doing granny square double crochets, clusters of 3, which is like, at this point, breathing. Soon I have to dismantle a shrug. Well, I'll take that back. I'm not dismantling the shrug. What I'm doing is I'm going to have to take off the edging, and I'm going to have to add another 4 or 5 rows to make it fit my mom. I made it for her last year. And she tried it on, it fit, and then I gave it to her, and then all of a sudden it didn't fit, so there's that to be done. But that'll wait till after all the birthdays. I kind of want to take some of these Halloween colors and cover one of my wreaths that I have. I have two. I might even have more, but I know for sure that I have two in the hall closet. Just blank, unused styrofoam wreaths. And I'm thinking I'm going to crochet a striped bit around and then spookify it. I don't have any wreaths, so I may want to do one for Christmas, but I definitely want one for Halloween. Some of my more tried and true Halloween decorations have worn out, and it's time to get some new blood into, so to speak, into the bloody box of decorations. One year I decided to take red paint and put handprints, my handprints and my little daughter's handprints because she was small, all over our patio window, and it was lovely, worked out, people could see it, and a bit of it dripped down onto the overhang, and it took me 2 years to get that little drip of red off, and it's water-based acrylic. I tried wiping it up, and for some reason it just would not come off. To this day I'm still baffled why that would stick there, but yet I could wipe it off everything else with just water and a cloth, as I should, right? That's why I specifically get that paint, because I don't want to take the risk of maybe somebody knocking it over, or say somebody wants their face painted. Because I do sometimes I have done it in the past where I've done zombie makeup. You use like Elmer's glue, and you dip Kleenex toilet paper in it, and then you bunch it up on the face, and then you color it, and you texturize everything, and make the blood, and do the gray skin, and bluish tinges, and it was a little scary for most of the kids we know. They were really spooked out. My son thought it was the coolest thing ever. But I can make wounds look really good. I mean, it's not a secret. It's something I just saw on YouTube, and I tried it out, and it worked, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. So now I use it. But in elementary school around here, you cannot have bloody wounds. You cannot have any weapons. And you can't wear masks. So that kind of limits a little bit of your options. Like, you can wear whatever you want when you go trick-or-treating. But to go to school, you have to be a little bit tame. So I have one mad scientist, and my other one keeps flip-flopping around. But I think she'd probably be happiest being a fireman, because she's pretty obsessed with, fire person. She's really, really into fire trucks right now. She is like absolutely in love with them. That's one of the things she asked for her birthday. Want me to crochet her a kitty and a fire truck. Now, she's not going to get her whole dream with the fire truck. She wants it to spray water, which is really neat, so she can put out real fire. So she wants us to set things on fire for her to put out. And we're like, oh, sweetheart. I don't think that's the safest game to play. Anyway, I'm probably going to have to say goodbye. I still have another side to go here. We'll go to the end, I guess. And I can finish off my Jolly Rancher over there. I have a lime-flavored one I took out of my mouth to make the video. And I have one more episode to watch of my show. I did have a good nap already, so Let's see how much I can get done. And I'll probably have to pull out les carottes next. I don't think it should take me much effort to do it. It doesn't look like a hard, it's just carrots, just regular carrots. But I didn't think the broccoli was going to be as intensive as it was. Again, it was super intensive. It turned out to be an ordeal. That last, my second broccoli, I almost ran out of the dark green. I was playing yarn chicken. I have about 2 inches, 3 inches left of it, of a whole skein. That was a little hairy. I was stressing out about it, going, oh no, I don't want to have to put a different green in there because I don't have this green anywhere else. It's kind of why I used it. And, oh, no, you're not going to go there. We're going to go like this. But I might just wait till the morning to get that started. Because maybe I'll just do 2 carrots, and I do have a set of pancakes to put together in the project bag behind me. That should only take about 5 minutes. And I have some other things to clean up and get ready for everything. Alright, we're down to my last cluster, and then going to join them together and probably bid you a fond farewell for the evening. I don't think a longer video is going to be too much of an issue. I know I've struggled to find things to watch on the weekend on YouTube. I know a lot of people take the weekends off, which is their prerogative. I mean, I'm not complaining. Please don't think I'm starting drama. I get that. I just, at the moment, do not mind doing a video every day. It doesn't really take that much time out of my day just to sit down and talk about yarn. Because, ooh, this is fun. This is what I like to do. Or diamond art, or whatever else I'm working on, because I have a few things that I need to get started and going and continuing and finishing. I really want to try my punch needle. I got a punch needle set, and that's gonna be something I might do for my birthday this year. Last year I laid in bed all day and crocheted, because my birthday's 3 days after Christmas, so. And as we all know, Christmas is Mom's holiday, meaning I do a lot to get everything together, and I'm exhausted by the end of it. So my birthday is a me day. Thank you. Anyway, thanks for joining me here at all the crackers in the box, and two more days of this mad rush of getting everything done. I think I'm doing all right. I have a couple details and a couple things to do. I've got 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. I'm a little iffy on the cardigan, but if I don't finish that in time and just show her where I'm at, I know she'll be fine with that, because she's just really happy to be getting one, because she's never gotten one before and she keeps asking for one. So anyways, thanks for joining me, and I hope you are as productive as I've been today with your crafts and whatever else you're doing. Thanks for joining me here. See you again really soon.